Ain't trying to argue with you, I'm trying to figure who you with, who you
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Wow.
And tonight it'll be Seattle going up against Baltimore. Well, for Baltimore, defeat after agonizing.
Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action. Coming to you live on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. You've got Beasley, Miles Turner out there with Jordan. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's James in at the 1 spot. And good that time. James has got the game going here with the first basket for Seattle. Well, we're about halfway through the season now, Chris, and you can see the mental grind getting to some of these teams and some of these players.
Yeah, this is why leadership, and especially veteran leadership, is so important. You got to keep guys focused, motivated, and ready to play. Yeah, the season is long. It will wear you down. You have curveballs thrown at you every day. It is a mental grind, a mental toll. But how can you keep that focus through all of it? That's the big question, and usually you lean on those veterans in the locker room.
Here's Van Vliet after the basket by Seattle. Here's Ulis. He dishes it to Thomas. 5 on the clock. Mason, the pass to Van Vliet. Hits the three-point bomb. Van Vliet's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Seattle. Beasley kicks to Harris. James outside. The high post shot, and it's in there. LeBron's got 6 points.
As good as LeBron is at moving the ball, he's not going to pass up the jump shot if it's there for him.
Pass to Barea. Thomas gets a wide open look. Off target with his 3. For Seattle, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. James in the post, guarded by Mason. James finds Jordan. Harris looking it over. Shoots over Ulis. And the shot no good, a bit short for Baltimore. They've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Mason. That shot off. Seattle goes the other way with it. And this is their first time matched up this year with Baltimore.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
Well, there was a good back and forth between these teams last year, if you remember. You'd expect it to be a mismatch on paper, but it turned out to be pretty even.
Now here's Beasley after LeBron James's miss. And he banks in the layup. 8 points for him.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Baltimore trails by 3. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Barea, the pass to Mason. Here's Van Vliet. Turner covering. And Ulis has it in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ulis has got his first 3 points of the game. Well, for Baltimore, their last game, a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And that's what can happen on the road. You have to be aggressive and try to disrupt them out of their normal routine.
Now here's James. He had 19 points in the win against the Heat in Miami.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
Mason against LeBron. Mason kicks to Thomas. Passes it to Barea. Misses off the left iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Harris for the 3. They get it back.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Over to the wing. Here's Mason. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is a shot as you are ever going to see.
Nothing feels as good as knocking down a buzzer beater. He'll remember that one forever.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Baltimore, Mason is out there with Ulis. Then there's J.J. Barea. Then it's Thomas. And it's Van Vliet in at the 4 slot.
Oh, why dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Mason against James. Now Barea. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. That one a little long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
There's the pass to Harris. Back to LeBron. Here's Turner. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Nice work to get in position for the rebound and the putback. He has no off switch.
Van Vliet kicks to Barea. Lets it go. Another miss by Barea. Seattle leading by 6. Harris, right side. LeBron outside. Shot clock reset for Seattle. Second chance shot. Jordan's shot is off. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Baltimore. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
Here's Harris. After the basket by Tyler Ulis. And James gets it to go on the assist from Harris. James has got 11. You played, C-Web, for a number of different teams. How did you personally measure an organization's quality?
It starts at the top. It's the commitment to winning. It's the little things, caring for players, everyone else there on the staff as people first, and then also setting the tone, letting people know that we're a winning organization. You know, I've been to some organization, and the word winning has never come up from the top brass, if you could believe it or not. So you know who wants to win. You see the intensity on the owner's face. You see the intensity on everyone's face as well, and you can tell by that passion whose foxhole you're in.
Baltimore with the ball after the basket by Seattle. Baltimore moving that ball around. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
And anybody can get a run-of-the-mill putback, but he makes them count.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Baltimore.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Here is Mason. Pass to Thomas. Back to Van Vliet. Shoots over Turner. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And here's Seattle. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Harris. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. And Seattle leads by 13.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Thomas against Beasley. And here is Thomas. Over Beasley. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so we wrap up the first half. All David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to... LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. It's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebound.
And...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
On the court for Seattle, Harris is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Turner. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Beasley in at the 3, the small forward. Now Harris following the three-point attempt by Tyler Ulis. Beasley against Thomas. Harris, right side. Second shot opportunity. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket. Jordan's got the first bucket of the third here for Seattle.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Van Vliet kicks to Thomas. Oh, good on the triple.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Feeds it to Beasley. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Baltimore trails by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A nice shot by Barea.
D with some heavy feet out there. I mean, they're too slow to rotate. Nobody communicating. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Now here's Beasley. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And defensively, I know we say it every game. You have to try to make someone other than LeBron beat you. Easier said than done.
Thomas inside, covered by Beasley. Passes it to Barea. Mason kicks to Van Vliet. Pass to Thomas. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
1:49 left in the third quarter. Buries it down low. Beasley's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. And Baltimore calls time here. You know, for years, the adage has been that, C-Web, big men take longer to develop than other positions. Does that still ring true today?
I don't think so. I think today the point guard position, because the point guard position is the toughest position in the game. I think when the big men did take the longest to develop, it was because the big man position, the center and power forward, were the toughest, and that's kind of changed. Cat and B didn't take very long to develop. Big men coming to the league, they're more polished now, and I think the fact that the coaches, the coaching, the skill sets now are so much more alike that guys can make it easier adjustment into the game because they've been playing their game and adjusting a lot longer than maybe the players before that had to find a different role once they entered into the pros.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And the pass to Van Vliet. Again, the miss by Baltimore. Seattle leading by 16. Beasley outside. Lobs it up for Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Mason kicks to Ulis. Barea with 5 points in the game. Pass to Mason. Over James. Again, the miss by Baltimore. For Seattle, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. In the corner, it's Harris. Beasley outside. to the middle. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Beasley. Beasley's got 6 assists here tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Thomas to stop the run. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Seattle ahead, running away with it. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Mason. He's out there with Ulis. J.J. Barea is out there with Thomas. And it's Van Vliet in at the power forward. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have it.
I would love to see it. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back. And then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
Here's Van Vliet. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Barea, that's a two-pointer. Nice jump shot. Good.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Down low, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 6 points for Tobias Harris.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Baltimore calls time here.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Baltimore trails by 21. Mason kicks to Barea. Baltimore moving that ball around. Here's Van Vliet. The teardrop falls in.
Floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
And so James will bring it up for Seattle. Outside Jordan. Back to James. And James throws it down hard.
You love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artist.
Beasley against Thomas. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 15. Seattle grabs the miss. LeBron kicks to Jordan. Beasley against Thomas. Lobs it up for Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Now, here's Barea. C-Webb, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away positions.
Interesting.
When you are young and you're in, let's say, 3rd grade and you're the tallest player on the team and I make you a center and I pull you to one end and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be, instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought. Now Harris, after Isaiah Thomas missed from long range, James finds Beasley. Harris, right side. Lays it up off the glass.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Here's Van Vliet. Mason for three. Misses there.
Oh, you got to give it up for James. He's a rugged, tough-nosed defender, thanks mainly to his size and his speed.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Yeah, I've been taking flight. I don't rock the ice. Diamonds